Yeah, after Vishakati finds she's trying to find the power source, extension cord. Yeah, she's coming, she said, though. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna O Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna O Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, oh Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Baladeva, Jaya Shri Subhadra. Jaya Narsinghade, Jaya Narsinghade, Narsinghade, Jaya Narsinghade. Jaya Narsinghade, Jaya Narsinghade, Jaya Narsinghade, Jaya Narsinghade. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavanadam. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Vrindavanadam. Jaya Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Lalita Sakhi, Jaya Vishakha Sakhi, Jaya Asta Sakhi, Bolo Radhe Radhe. Jaya Lalita Sakhi, Jaya Vishakha Sakhi, Jaya Asta Sakhi, Bolo Radhe Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Gopramanandi.
the ringtone, whatever noise. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Thira Vanachaharihi Yamuna Thira Vanachahari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Yamuna Thira Vanachaharihi Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya
Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parikracharya Stotra Shri Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parikracharya Stotra Shri Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Maya Pradam Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Sri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vastaya Bhutala Shrimati Bhakti Tartha Swami Namane. Namaste Krishna Padaya. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I have to say that the youth really did an awesome feast. Might put us to shame because they really went out of their way to make a very awesome feast for the mothers. You can clap your hands, go right ahead. It's wonderful. I was very impressed, very inspired by the enthusiasm. So I really want to thank the youth, and we'll do more of that next week. How much this youth are the backbone of this community. So thank you. So today we're going to be discussing women as mothers. Very amazing, important topic. If you can see the picture here, it has a mother holding a child. So we're going to go deeper and see, does a mother means one who has a child? Very important points. We'll go to the next slide and see. We have heard different definitions. If we look up the Merriam-Webster, the Oxford Dictionary, the Google.com dictionary, it has many definitions of what a mother actually defines. There are 4 that I was able to find. One of it is a woman in relation to a child, which we all are as mothers. One is one who brings up a child with care and affection. That can be a mother, that doesn't have to be a mother. One is an important female figure in the origin of early history of something. So it can be Mother Teresa. There are many female figures who never had kids. There are, in the Catholic Church, we have something called nuns. Nuns are celibates, but they are not mothers by marriage. They are mothers. And the 4th is they look after someone kindly, protectively, sometimes excessively. Now again, it can be anyone, a female. Then we go to the next slide, and this is what it says in the material definition. So let's see what Srila Prabhupada says. Right? There are 7 mothers, as we know in the scriptures. Wife of a teacher. One that comes to my mind, actually 2 or Now there's few. But the one that comes to my mind very prominently is Ravindranath Prabhu and his wife. We have Kratu Prabhu and his wife. We have Mahatma Das Prabhu and his wife. We have Vaisheshika Prabhu and his wife. Wife of a teacher or a guru. Wife of a king. I don't know how many kings there are in this world. That there seem to be more controllers than kings, in my opinion. Right? But the wife of the king. Wife of a brahmana. The cow. Mother Earth. And one's own mother. One question I want to ask, how many of us have ever experienced breaking of our bones, 21 bones broken in our body at one time? 21 bones, all at one time. How many of us have ever experienced that? Any show of hands? Any nods? Or any nays? 2 bones. How was the pain? You cannot be told in words. Unbearable, right? Completely unbearable. How many of us have broken any of the bones? Yes, Prabhu. 2? I love his innocence. I love his innocence. Unbearable. Unbearable. How was it, Bhavya? Torturous, right? You feel like the world's going to end. When a mother gives birth, the pain is 21 bones broken. 21 bones. We ask ourselves, why does the Lord come to a mother? Why does the Lord have to appear through a mother? He can just, like, this genie that comes on the lamp. You rub the lamp and then they come out of the little spot. Oh, there's a genie, right? Why can the Lord do that? Why does that he chooses to come through a mother? To help us realize what a mother goes through. 21 bones. If anyone were to tell me that now, I'm like, you're nuts, man. But yeah. Now, 21 bones also depends on the length of the labor. When a mother has to go through labor and delivery, it's like breaking 21 bones. Now, some mothers have a very easy labor. 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, some 10 hours, 12 hours. Now imagine for the mother to go through that pain during that labor for the length of time. That's a lot. And then we ask ourselves, how is it that after the child comes, they're like, I'm smiling? The answer is Krishna's mercy. Krishna gives us the strength. Krishna gives us the strength to go through the breaking of 21 bones during labor and delivery. It's not easy being a mother. It is, when Prasad was saying when he had 2 bones, it was like it's undescribable. 2 bones. 21 bones. Probably we'll do the funeral ceremony, probably. It's very painful. Krishna has chosen to come through a mother to help us learn and realize the importance of women. And the longer the labor and delivery, the 21 bones keep breaking. Scary, huh, girls? You want to get married? Nah, no way. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. It is. It's painful. But the amazing thing is Krishna gives us the strength. Krishna gives women the strength to bear that pain of breaking of 21 bones until the child comes. And we forget every pain that we went through, right? That's the beauty. of how the Lord gives strength to the women. My spiritual master used to say, not used to, did say, probably my husband can correct me if I got the words wrong, that women are more spiritual. The reason being is, it's in us. If we, right now in Bhagavatam class, and I really highly encourage devotees to join our Bhagavatam class. It is pure nectar. Pure nectar. We are reading the pastimes of Lord Krishna departing to Dwarka from Hastinapur. And the women are sitting on the rooftops, Varsha and Mamina knows because they join almost every day. And they are discussing the glories of Krishna. He does this, he does this, he does this, he does this. How can anyone know? And Prabhupada says in the purport that these women are not even Vedically inclined in terms of Shastra. They are not, Shastric knowledge, they are not Pandits. They don't quote the shlokas like how nowadays people do. They don't know, they may even be illiterates. But they have learned about Krishna from others. Say, wow, right? That is the purity of women at the time. But today, unfortunately, because of Kali Yuga, we spend more time gossiping than talking about Krishna. What's happening here, what's happening here, what's happening here, what's happening here. But if we read the scriptures, that's why it's so important to really hear Bhagavatam classes and hear the glories of what the women are talking about, rather than saying, this happened, this happened, this happened. Krishna is teaching us what is the position of a woman. Now, so we went to the one's own mother. So besides all the 7 mothers that were mentioned in the scriptures, now we have covered the teacher, the wife of the guru, wife of a king, wife of a brahmana, the cow, the nurse, mother, the one's own mother. Okay, so what about all the other women? What about the doctor? What about, what else? The female police officer. Do we disrespect them? Why not? It's not on the list. What about the lady behind who was a bank teller? Do we disrespect her? Why not? She's not on the list. It's not in the scriptures. It says only 7 mothers. This is why? Anyone has a guess. Tell me why. Why is it only these 7 mothers, but we don't see the doctor, we don't see the police officer, we don't see the president? I think that there are a few president leaders in the world. Philippines, I think, is one of it. I don't know. One of the countries has a female president. There are a few. Yes. Yes. Those days, now remember, this was written 5,000 years ago. That time they had no female doctors, no female police officers. Because at that time, the whole of the world was run by Maharaj Yudhishthira, then Maharaj Parikshit. Was very spiritual. Everybody was well protected. Everybody, female, male, child, man, doesn't matter. Everybody was protected. So the doctor, the police officer, the bank teller, whatever the women hold jobs, that it didn't exist 5,000 years ago. Because why? Women were protected. The reason we see them now is because Kali Yuga progressed, that women had to fight for themselves because they were not protected. That's why. If you ask any female police officer, why did you become why are you police? You could have become a housewife. She'll tell you, because I want to fight for my country. But why? You're a woman. And she'll give you the reason. Because I am not protected. I want to protect myself. Why do we have women learning martial arts? Is it a woman thing? It's not. It's very, what's the word? Yeah, it's very weird. Women learning martial arts. Women learning kung fu. it's a very foreign concept, but why? Why must women learn martial arts? For protection. Because why? No one is protecting them, so they gotta fight for the protection. That's why Kali Yuga is, as it's progressing, women have to fight for themselves. Very sad. Very sad, because they said, who's gonna protect me? So I'm gonna protect myself, because no one's gonna protect me. But does that mean that we don't respect them? No. We give them respect. Whatever profession they are, we give them respect. A very nice quote by Srila Prabhupada. He says, unless we learn to respect and honor women, now, he used the word women. He did not say mothers. He did not say one who has given birth. Women. Unless we learn to respect and honor women, we will never truly respect and honor Mother Earth, Mother Cow, what to speak of Radharani. Powerful statement. So if we respect Radharani, if we worship Radharani, if we adore Radharani, if we do everything for Radharani, but we don't respect the women, what's the use? In my country, we use a pretty heavy term. We call it double-headed snake. we say something, but we do something else. So Srila Prabhupada clearly says, unless we honor and respect women, we will never truly respect and honor Mother Cow, Mother Earth, what to speak of Radharani. It's pretty powerful. So if we really, really, honestly, sincerely worship Radharani as a Supreme Mother, if we really, really respect and honor Radharani as a Supreme Mother, we should respect all the women. The seven list, and those outside of the seven. We should. If we do not, then our worship to Radharani is fake. Prabhupada said that. I'm not saying it. I'm just quoting the founder Acharya. Very clear. It's so important. Few quotes from the Mahabharata. Next slide. Beautiful prayers. Srila Prabhupada said that the love a mother has for her child is the closest thing to the real love in the material world. It's pretty powerful. A mother's love cannot be compared to anyone else. She will give up anything and everything. That's a mother's love. Beautiful prayer, next one. We show respect. I can't, my glasses are. We show respect and honor to wife of the teacher and guru, to the wife of the king, to the wife of a brahmana, to the cow, to the Mother Earth, to the nurse and one's mother. Oh wait, go to the next slide, Prabhu. I'm sorry, this is the, yeah, you want to go, there we go. Beautiful. Women, O king, should always be worshipped and treated with affection. Now, again, the word is women, not mothers. Why am I stressing women and not mothers? Any clue? Any idea? Why is Srila Prabhupada mentioning women? He didn't say mothers. Any thoughts? Exactly. Exactly. Not all women are birth-giving mothers. Absolutely. There are women there where powerful, there where women are treated with respect, the gods are said to be filled with joy. Powerful statement. Where the women are treated with respect, there the gods will be filled with joy. What's that sound out there? Can you lower the West Suvrat? I think the volume in the TV is in the lobby is loud. Can you lower it for me, beta? Someone, please. Yeah, it's pretty loud. I don't know. It's like an echo mic in there. Krishna Chaitanya. I feel like I'm hearing a duplicate of me. It's like scary. I don't think we need a duplicate of me. That's like, my God. But this is powerful, right? Where the women are respected, there will be joy. The gods are happy. Powerful quotes. Second one, there are women there where women are not worshipped. All acts become fruitless. If the women of a family, in consequence of the treatment they receive, grieve and shed tears, that family will soon become extinct. Powerful quote from Mahabharata. Anybody getting goosebumps? Because I am. It's right from the scriptures. Next quote. Those houses that are cursed by women meet with destruction and ruin as if scorched. Such houses lose their splendor. Their growth and prosperity cease. Cease means stops. I'm scared. I don't know about you guys, but I'm scared. It's powerful. How do we treat the women? Again, all women. Now the question is, are these girls or women? Women. Because they are young girls, but they're going to grow up to be women. It covers, women has no discrimination, no age gap, no age limit. How do we treat women? It's clear from the Mahabharata that we have to uphold women so high. Because if we want joy in the house, it's pretty powerful. Last quote. Persons that desire affluence and prosperity should honor women. By cherishing women, O Bharata, one cherishes the goddess of prosperity herself. And by afflicting them, one is said to afflict the goddess of prosperity. And who was that? Who is the goddess of prosperity? Lakshmi. Whenever, and I've heard this before, whenever a daughter is born, or when a daughter-in-law comes to the house, they say, oh, Lakshmi has come. Sometimes Lakshmi has come. Sometimes they make Lakshmi Devi cry. Seriously. Sometimes they minimize Lakshmi Devi, who is in the house. It happens. It exists. So just imagine how should women have been treated 5,000 years ago and where we are right now. Look at the destruction and the damage, right? And then we ask ourselves, why is there something called women's lib? Do you know why there's something called women's lib? Women's lib is women's liberation, women's empowerment. There are a lot of organizations where it's all about women. They're fighting for their, position and status and whatever. Say again, mother? Yes. We caused it. We caused the women's lib. We shouldn't blame the women. We caused it. Because we never looked at the women as equal. Now, interestingly, but what does the Bhagavad Gita say? We are the body. We are not the body. Right? We talk about that. We are not the body, we are the soul. And we really, We really repeat it with such pride. Do we really walk it? When it comes to our children, no, you're my property. You are the body. When it comes to the wives, no, you are my thing. I married you, right? But then why are we saying we're not the body? Is it conflicting, boys? We say we are not the body, but then we treat them like we're the body. Conflicting. Because there's no equality. That is why it says in our scriptures that a man and a woman should look at each other as a gift from God. So when the woman comes to the house as a gift, we treat them as a gift. Take care of them. When a girl is born in the house, Lakshmi Devi, make sure she always stays Lakshmi. Gift. Let's try this. Have we ever, trying to see, let's touch upon Krishna pastimes. Do we know of any pastimes of the Lord where he disrespected women? You can use your cell phones if you want. I'm sure we all have our phones with us. Is there any pastime where the Lord disrespected a woman? Very sure. Jitmit is doing a check-in with his voice. Yes. Did he disrespect her? He didn't do it. And what did Lord Ram say? Putana. Yeah, absolutely. You will never find a pastime where the Lord disrespected a woman. Whether it came in a demon form, whether it came in a whatever form, he never did. He gave mercy, but he never disrespected a woman. So that in itself is a lesson to us. If the Lord has held women so high, even Putana, who had ill ideas to come and kill the Lord, he said, what? Let me liberate her. He never said, I'm going to chop into pieces. She wants me to breastfeed. Okay, fine, breastfeed me. But I'll liberate her. Right? Lord Ram, when he had to liberate, I don't know if that's the right word, Ahilya, which son would place his foot on the head of the mother? Let's think about this. Liberate. He gave mercy. Right? Every pastime that you could think of, he liberated the women. He never disrespected the women. So that in itself is a lesson. My God, Krishna has never disrespected any women. So I should learn from that. And Prabhupada teaches us we are not the body. We are spirit souls. So then we should treat women like that. Equality. Because when we do not treat women equally, then the women lib and the women's empowerment and the women what have you and the women force, it grows. I don't know if this is true, because it's a movie. Probably you guys can help me out. I heard there was a group of women in India where they like, it's like a women's gang or something. Is that a movie or is that real? It's real? Is it a movie? It's possible. Okay. Because I've heard this, a gang of women where they fight for women's right, and if anyone dares to come and fight them, they'll go fight the men or something like that, and because they want status, they want equality, something. I wouldn't be surprised if it exists in America. Seriously. How are we treating women? Krishna never treated women like that. Now, how did Krishna treat the gopis? You all tell me. How did the Lord treat the gopis? How did the Lord treat Radharani? Completely with care and affection. Care and affection completely. Right? We have so many examples of how women should be treated. But yet, we forget and we take the women for granted. That means we really haven't understood the potency of the Lord's respect for women. We really haven't really understood that aspect. It's really very important. Next slide, Prabhu. How should we treat women? Well, these are all quotes from Srila Prabhupada. Not from me. All from Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, the founder of ISKCON, intended his Hare Krishna movement to be free from prejudice, sexism, racism, and other forms of bigotry. That's why we have the movement. ISKCON is supposed to be free from prejudice, sexism, racism, and bigotry. And sadly, some of this do exist because we create it, because we are so attached to it. But ISKCON is not supposed to be there. Prabhupada didn't say that. In fact, I don't know how many of you have read this Prabhupada pastimes, but when Prabhupada came to America, I'm sure Mother Badangi can definitely shed some light on it. When Prabhupada came to America, and this is where he started the movement, when he went to India, I'm just giving piece of what I remember, pieces of the story, the pastime. He took his devotees to America, male and female, and they were all American devotees. And many of his god brothers, what's the word? Found fault in Prabhupada. How are you allowing a woman to cook for you? She's second-class citizen, inferior. Why are you allowing this woman? I mean, what can she do? So there was a beautiful passage of Mother Malati, very, very senior Prabhupada disciple. And she happened to be in India at that time. I believe it was in Mayapur or Vrindavan, I don't remember. And she was outside and she was cooking for Prabhupada. You know the pastime, right? She was cooking for Prabhupada a few times. And she stood outside of the room and she heard Srila Prabhupada's god brothers and esteemed guests, all Indian men, because Mother Malati brought the prasadam in. She cooked for the team, set the plates, then she left and she stood outside. Like, oh my God, I hope my cooking is good and this and that. And Prabhupada's god brothers told him, why are you accepting food cooked by a woman? You're a sannyasi. You are, initiating guru. How can you accept food from women? This is not proper culture and so and so and so forth. What did Prabhupada say? Any guesses? Huh? You can speak up. Prabhupada told his sannyas, god brothers, she will cut her throat for me and I will cut my throat for her. Powerful pastime. She will cut my throat for me and I will cut my throat for her. That story is like worldwide famous all over ISKCON. And Mother Malati is known for that pastime. Amazing. When his female disciples were doing pujari service, he says, why are you allowing white people? We are Indians. How can you let this kind of people get on the altar? He says, we're not the body. They couldn't defeat him. He says, but it says in the Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada fought for the women. He made women to be preachers, to be leaders, to be artists, to be cooks, to be writers, you name it. Majority of these paintings over here are done by women, not by men. Majority of the paintings here are done by women, Prabhupada disciples. And one famous artist, she's still alive actually, I think she's in either in California or India, I don't know, her name is Mother Jadurani, Satsura Maharaj's wife. Beautiful artist. She did all the paintings. Prabhupada personally supervised and monitored her. So most of the paintings are not done by men, they're done by women. Prabhupada empowered the women. Why? Because we are not the body. We are spirit souls. And when we operate on that mentality that we are not the body, we are spirit souls, we can do wonders. When Prabhupada sent Mother Malati and Shamsundar Prabhu and Mother Jamuna and Gurudas Prabhu to London to start the temple, it's not easy. You're going to UK from America, don't know nobody. They went on a one-way ticket, by the way, no return ticket. You get there, you're stuck. Saraswati, 6 months old. Can any of us imagine going to a foreign country with a 6? Nitiko's already saying no. You get scared? He's like, no. Before I could complete, he's like, no, wait, don't tell me anymore. But can you imagine, right? 2 couples, young. They were not 30 years old. They were not 40 years old. They were not 50 years old. They were in their early 20s, this age kids, early 20s. And with a 6-month-old baby, Saraswati, one-way ticket to London. And do you know where Mother Malati stayed in London? Cardboard boxes. Have any of us lived in a cardboard box with a 6-month-old baby? Nope. That too in London. We haven't. So that shows the empowerment that Srila Prabhupada gives to his disciples. Whether male or female, it does not matter. So if Prabhupada can give so much empowerment, so much faith, so much strength to women, why are we sitting on the mental platform of, oh, you're a woman, so you are the body? Because we don't want to rise above. We have a lot of examples by Srila Prabhupada, how he empowered the women, how he treated women equally. He allowed women to get on the altar. Of course, they got Brahman initiation, and he was condemned, he was criticized, he was put down left and right. Did he budge? He says, but the Bhagavad Gita says we're not the body. When women were cooking for Prabhupada, he never condemned any of them. If you read Mother Jamuna's pastimes on her service to Srila Prabhupada, you will cry down to tears. It's pretty powerful. And I highly, highly recommend this book called The Bond of Love. They are prayers, sharings, pastimes shared by Prabhupada disciples on their relationship with Srila Prabhupada. And when we read that book, you will see how kind and merciful Srila Prabhupada was to his female disciples. So kind that we'll ask ourselves, what in the world is wrong with me? Why am I showing different discrimination? Yes, Mother. Bond of Love. I think I have an extra copy. I'll bring it for you next week, Mother. And his daughters. Pretty thick book. You have this book, Varsha and Mamina. Thick book. Amazing. Amazing. This is the time we have to learn from Srila Prabhupada how to treat women. Now again, not mothers, women. Women can come in any form. We have heard this phrase, right? It takes a village to raise a child. That's an African proverb. In a village, are all the women mothers? No. There are teenagers, there are young girls, there are grandmas, there are mothers, there are aunts, and some of them may and may not be married, but they're in a village, and they're helping to raise the child. So women doesn't mean, oh, you have to give birth, therefore you are a mother, so you require my respect. Prabhupada never said that. Prabhupada says women. Very important point. Really important for us to really, really understand and read Prabhupada's words really, really carefully. Many examples. And if you need a copy of the book, I think it's on Amazon, I believe. It's on Amazon. A Bond of Love. Highly recommend every household to have that, to really understand how Srila Prabhupada taught his disciples and how they were inspired by him. And then we ask ourselves, I don't know, but I do. Whenever I meet Srila Prabhupada's female disciples and the love they have for Srila Prabhupada, the bond they have for Srila Prabhupada, it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's indescribable. But it's true. They will lay their lives down for him. They will. That's how much they loved him. Next point is okay. The Krishna conscious movement teaches the higher guiding principles based upon the soul. We are the body. Thank you. Everyone's awake. Haribol. We are not the body. We are spirit soul. We should repeat this in our minds until we really believe in it. Repeat it as a mantra. Until we really, 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 really believe that we are not the body, we are the soul. Only then will we be able to treat women equally. That's the only way. And if we don't, and when we see, women's lib and women's empowerment, don't blame them. Please don't blame them. It's not their fault. We created it. Because why? There was no equality. We have to really understand and believe we are not the body, we are spirit soul. This is a powerful point, the last one, coming from Srinananda Swami. Amazing spiritual master. Very fired up. The real way to conquer lust is by learning to offer all respect to women. If we offer respect to women, we can remove the lust. Plain and simple. If we offer respect to all the women, we can conquer lust. That's not for me. Like I said, if we actually feel reverence for women as your mother, if you actually have this reverence, this deep respect, if you very sincerely feel this, then actually this is the way to conquer lust, because you cannot simultaneously respect and exploit at the same time. That's what Kali Yuga is all about. That's what's happening. We say Hare Krishna, we say, okay, my Mataji, you're my Mataji, da 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 da, and behind it, backstab. It's so true. It happens. In front, we'll go as far as offering dandavats, and go home, we throw it on the windows, and we're like, oh my God. Like I said, in my country, in Singapore, we call it the double-headed snake. If we want to sincerely conquer lust, we have to offer reverence to the women as mothers. Plain and simple. Now, is there age difference? or someone who is older cannot call a younger person mother. Even Prabhupada called his disciples mother so-and-so. Even Prabhupada did that. What to speak of us? Sometimes he would call them by their name. Sometimes he would say mother, whatever the name is, mother, whatever the name is. If the founder Acharya is setting the example, it's very simple, just follow. There's no rocket science to it. Just follow. Copycat. We're very good at that. We copy-paste. Right? Documents, we copy-paste. Yeah, that's it. Prabhupada set the example, just follow it. That's it. Very simple. Very, very simple. I'll give you an example, and I really get very touched and moved whenever I speak to this devotee, Vishnugata Prabhu. We all know Vishnugata Prabhu from ISKCON Philadelphia. Proper disciple, very senior. He's my uncle, my guru's god brother. You know, he must be in his early 70s. Till today, when he calls or talks or writes to me, he always says, Mother Anasuya. I'm his niece. Why would he do that? He's a proper disciple. Why would he do that? Because Prabhupada set the standard. Very simple. He's my uncle. He's my senior, proper disciple. My God, I'm supposed to be worshiping his feet. Why is he calling a second generation Mother Anasuya? Because he says Prabhupada taught us that. Very simple. So if we just follow what Prabhupada taught us, our life will be very easy. No complications. Right? If we cook something and say that that recipe asks for garam masala, we do not add garam masala. We'll add cumin powder. At the end of the recipe, when you taste, will it taste how it's supposed to be? Why? We added something else. Rather than garam masala, we added cumin powder. We twisted it. I didn't just follow the simple recipe. Finish. Done. Just follow what Prabhupada said. No rocket science. Very easy. This is a very good point. It's very, very important. And I say this because in my 20th, 30 years of serving Srila Prabhupada's mission, I've come across a lot of situations, have been involved in many situations, where young boys, and we have few here, when the boys, Shri Shri Gurumatai ki, Jagnit Bala Savadra ki jai, it's very important that we train the boys how to respect women. Very important that we train the boys how to respect women. Now, the million-dollar question is, whose job is it to train the boys to respect women? Dana, 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 dana. Say again? Haribol. Fathers. Why? Dana, dana, dana. I like the song. It's an old movie that I used to watch back in Singapore, so I'm sorry. It's called Twilight Zone from the 70s. Sorry. Probably Rati might know. It's a very, very old movie. I don't know. I don't know whether I was born later, but anyway. But yeah, why fathers? Because the father sets the example. When the father sets the example to the sons on how to treat the boys, naturally the boys will learn to treat women wonderfully. Right? If you think of the girls, who teaches that the girls how to cook? It's not the fathers, it's the mother. The mother teaches the daughters how to cook. So the same thing. It's the father's duty to teach the boys how to treat women. And how does he teach? By how the father treats his wife. By that example, they will see, oh, this is how I treat women. Because I saw my dad treating my mother so beautifully. And we have so many examples. I was just talking to my husband a few days ago and to my girls. One very nice example is Brajabihari Prabhu in ISKCON Potomac and his wife Ananda Vrindavan. Very sweet ras they have. It's so funny. They have such a nice boy, Gopinath. He just got initiated a few weeks ago by Tajveda Swami. And the way Gopinath, what's his name? Gokul Raj? The way Gokul Raj treats his wife, you know, is how his father treats the mother. And if you see the ras, it's so cute. It's so cute, and it's so sweet. It's very important that we train our boys to respect women. Only then will they respect women. Because when they come to marriageable age, they'll make good husbands. And you know that your daughters will be in good hands. Very important. And I have heard cases, I have heard situations where boys don't get that and they are so confused, they're so mentally messed up, they can't tell right from wrong because we did not set the example. Very, very important that we teach youngsters how to respect women. Next slide. This is a $1 million question. How do we address women? Ben? Didi? What did your prophet say? Mothers. Sri Prabhupada never said Didi. I'll show you a beautiful quote, and I can't seem to find it now, but I remember having it. I have to laugh, I'm sorry. But a very nice quote. One of his disciples asked him, Sri Prabhupada, so we should call the women mothers. He said, yes, mothers. And then again this devotee asked him, only birth-giving mothers? He says, no, all women. And then again this devotee asked Sri Prabhupada, so we should address women as mothers? He says, yes, mothers. And then again this devotee asked, but people call this, he says, what's this behenji nonsense? So this is all man-made. I never said that. So Vedic culture says women as mothers. So we address women as mothers. Mother so-and-so. You know, whatever, Mother, Mataji, either or. When I joined, it was Mother. Now it has changed, but that's fine, the same thing. Mother, Mataji. He never said, see, when we start changing Prabhupada's words, we have created our own sampradaya. Offshoot. Our own, whatever, sampradaya. Follow Prabhupada, very easy. You know, Vishnugoda Prabhu says, WWSPD. What does that mean? What will Srila Prabhupada do? WWSPD, very simple. When in doubt, go to Prabhupada. Go to his books. What did he say? If you don't find it, very easy. Go to proper disciple. We have one right here, Mother Bidangi. How fortunate are we? How fortunate are we to have a proper disciple in our congregation? You don't have to call. Just come and see her. She's right here. Ask her and she'll tell you. Prabhupada never said that. It's very important that we follow Prabhupada's teachings. Now, this is not on the slide, but I'm going to throw it in. What do we call men? Bhaiya. What did Prabhupada say? Prabhu, actually. Prabhupada never said Prabhuji. The Founder Acharya book, page 82, I think, or something. Get it from Hare Krishna. He'll give you the reference. Prabhupada says Prabhu. Even the G2 we also created it. Prabhupada never said that. Prabhu, he made it very simple. All his books, all his teachings, all his writings, he always said Prabhu. We should be very careful that we do not change Prabhupada's words. Very careful. It's for men we call Prabhu. It means master. Women we call, are the women are sleeping? Mother. Very simple, Prabhupada said that. No Auntie Ji, Uncle Ji, Prabhu Ji, Prabhu, simple. Very easy, just follow what Prabhupada said. Once we add our own twist, we've changed the whole philosophy. He's a founder Acharya. We should never ever forget that the men can come closer. It looks like a big ocean right here. There is no water in it. I promise you, you will not drown. Come. It's too packed to the back. Please come closer. And no, I don't eat people because I'm a vegetarian. Don't worry. I promise you. There's a nice feast downstairs, so I'm waiting for the feast, not which is much more delectable, I'm sure. Thank you. We just have to follow up with what Prabhupada says. Once we create our own, we have distorted Prabhupada's teachings. We have changed Prabhupada's teachings. Very simple. Next slide, Prabhu. So we have spent time talking about who is a woman, what is a woman, and a woman's position. Women doesn't mean birth-giving mothers. Prabhupada never said in his books, you only call women mothers who have given birth. Has anyone seen that? Mother Batangi, did Prabhupada say that? Thank you, Mother Batangi. So I got a green light here from Prabhupada disciple. Thank you, Mother. So Prabhupada never said that you only call mothers mother if they have given birth. He never said that. You call everybody mother. There was I don't want to mention the speaker. There was the speaker on YouTube that gave class, and he received a question. It was on Zoom. He received a question from a young girl, in the 20s probably. She asked a question, and the speaker said, Hare Krishna mother, blah, blah, blah. And this girl told this devotee, Prabhu, I'm younger than you. Why are you calling me mother? He says, I'm only following what Prabhupada said. What Prabhupada said I'm doing. So with all due respects, I have to call it because Prabhupada said so. Simple. Very simple. So we have spent time talking about women's position. So now let's touch a little bit about what can the women do. This coming week is Sita Navami and the appearance of Mother Janava. If we look at the lives of Mother Sita and Mother Janava, it's pretty amazing. They were women in their own rights. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Yet very simple in heart. So for the women, again, Mother Sita and Mother Janava, they received respect and honor. If you look at Mother Sita's life, she received respect and honor from her parents, her friends, her siblings, her in-laws, right? From everyone. Ask ourselves, how did she do that? Read about her. Learn about her. As women, our prayer should be, how can I aspire to be your servant? They were very simple. They were very simple in heart. Can we ever imagine going to a forest for 14 years with our husband. There's no bathroom. There's no toilet paper. There's no running water. Where do I wash my clothes? That's what we ask, right? But she didn't even think twice. She was willing to accept the life of austerity. Now again, remember, women are very spiritual. But because of Kali Yuga, it has progressed so much that it has clouded our minds to think, without this I cannot live, without this I cannot live, without this I can't live. I have to have everything perfect so I can live happy. If you look at Mother Sita's life, was her life ever perfect? She got married. After a short while, 14 years. 14 years! Came back. After that, again went. Imagine her life. Did she ever once complain? Did she ever once complain? She's setting an example to us how we should be simple in heart. Simple. We don't need a huge bank balance. Money come, money goes. Chanchal. It doesn't stay. It comes, it goes. Actually, the first few days, we'll say, Are Baba, $10 gone, After a month, you're like, oh, $10 gone? Really? When? I don't remember. It's gone. Out of memory. Simple in heart. Mother Janava. If you read the life of Mother Janava, it's very powerful. Srila Prabhupada said, Mother Janava was a spiritual master, but she never appeared to be a spiritual master. She was so humble. But we want to be, I am a spiritual mentor, I have to be known. We want to glorify ourselves. We want to be known. Mother Janava was not like that. She was very simple at heart. So as women, we have to ask ourselves, how can I be simple at heart? Now, at the same time, how can I be a pillar of strength? Do they go hand in hand? No. But was Mother Sita that? Yes. She was simple at heart, but she was a pillar of strength. That is how we have to train our youngsters today. Simple at heart, but pillars of strength. But how can we train our youngsters to be simple at heart and pillars of strength? Give me an idea. Shoot some ideas out. Let me see who's awake. How can we train our youngsters to be simple at heart, but still pillars of strength? Dana, 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 dana. Come on. By example. How? How? Actually, good. What kind of devotional service? What is menial service? Haribol. Haribol. If we want our children, our youth, to be simple at heart, but pillars of strength, we be the example. It's not easy, but it's very, 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 very possible. Simple at heart, pillars of strength. They're very simple, but they're strong. It's possible. We have to be the example. At the same time, we don't throw gadgets in front of their faces. We throw gadgets and gadgets and gadgets and gadgets and meet their needs on demand. They will never learn simplicity and they'll never be strong. If we want our youth to be simple at heart, pillars of strength, we have to be the example. And we don't have to throw in their demands, meet their demands. That's what's spoiling today's generation. You know, as soon as the child cries, let the child cry. It's not going to die, I swear to God. Let them feel it. We got to train young people that not everything in life is going to be at your fingertips. And I'm glad that I have young people here, and Puru is smiling. Thank you, Puru. That means I know what to work on you. But that's what it is. It's not on the fingertips. I remember when I used to go to, this was, Gitanagari days, we used to go to Walmart in Lewistown. And the kids, especially in the toy section, Hare Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, you go to the toy section, and if you see kids, and they want that toy, and if they don't get it, what do? They cry. That's an understatement. They fall on the floor, they throw a tantrum, they bang, 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 and the parents get so tired, and they say, fine, here, take it. Because the parents themselves are not strong to tell the kid, no. So one time, Vrinda doesn't remember, but when she was small, she asked me, Amma, why is the child crying so much? It's so noisy. So I said, because the child wants the toy. And I was, again, she was very young. And she says, but the child cannot have everything. I said, Haribol. But that's what we're doing in today's world. We are not training the current generation to be simple at heart and pillars of strength. We're giving in everything they want. Toyota is like an insult to today's young people. Toyota? Not my level. Give me a Lexus. Yeah, right. Pay the bills. No. This is what's happening in today's world. Make them simple, but make them strong. Very important point. That is where we are lacking. That is our duty as parents, our duty as mothers, because that's what the life Mother Sita led and Mother Janava led. The more we make them complicated, they'll not be strong. Because they'll think, I'll push a button and I'll get what I want. And I've had situations, and I've heard situations where the daughter's away in college and she wants money. She ran out of money. She called the parents, give me $500. I'm going for a party. $500. What they call now? I don't know all this, whatever they send money quick. MoneyGram, whatever you call it. 10 minutes, $500 sitting in the child's account because she wants a party. Why do we do that? No is no. See, the thing is, we have to follow what we preach. Be simple and hard. We cannot say, oh, be simple, and then I could become complicated. Be simple. Prabhupada was so simple, but man, he was strong. He was really, really strong. The next point is, be perfect in Krishna consciousness. How can we be perfect in Krishna consciousness? Any ideas? Exactly. When you're simple at heart and pillars of strength, you have perfect Krishna consciousness. Because perfect Krishna consciousness is detachment. Exactly. Perfect Krishna consciousness is we are detached from the material, but we are attached to the Lord. But that can only happen if you're simple at heart, but pillars of strength. So as women, whether we are mothers, whether we are single, whether we are teenagers, whether we are grandmothers, whatever we are, but we are women, we have to really, really pray to Mother Sita and Mother Janava and say, how please help me to become simple in heart, but pillars of strength. Because it's only the pillars of strength, like you said, that can make us Krishna consciousness. It's only simplicity that can make us Krishna consciousness. Because when we're complicated, everything is going to become khichdi. Everything is going to become a fruit punch. Too many attractions, too many bombardments, too many this, I want. Too many. So we should ask ourselves, I want to be Krishna conscious. I really want to be Krishna conscious. So how can I be Krishna conscious? Be simple at heart, but be pillars of strength. Be strong. We have so many examples. We just got to pray and aspire to be that. That's it. Pray and aspire, and sincerely pray. Now, don't pray, yes, Mother Sita, please help me to be simple, and when we go, okay, I'm going to get this $500, sorry. That's not simplicity. You just did the duplicitous, the flip. Simpleness, be simple. Very simple. And if we really, really want to learn simplicity, I humbly request devotees, take shelter of proper disciples. They have left simplicity that we can't even imagine. To us, it might sound like a storybook, like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's how it's going to play. No, it really happened. Meet the proper disciples and ask them, Mother, how can I be simple in heart and pillars of strength? Ask them. Because the proper disciples have really led that life. And they are perfect in Krishna consciousness. Paka. Nothing can bend them. That is who we have to aspire for. Take time. Search out a proper disciple. Ask them. Seek their blessings. When we go for vacation, always take time to seek the blessings of the seniors and get their guidance. Very, very important. Because the goal of life is to be perfect in Krishna conscious. It can only be done by simplicity and strength. Srila Prabhupada ki. Yeah. Any questions or comments? Any takeaways? Any thoughts? Anything? Yes, Prabhu.
I was just thinking on the strength point. Lord is calling Bhagavan, he carries as strength, like power, knowledge, beauty. So someone wants to be have the strength when he simply takes shelter and goes because the Lord sends to
Absolutely. Shelter. Yeah. Thank you, Rohin. Whenever we ask ourselves, I want to be surrendered. How can I be surrendered? Hang out with those who are surrendered. Simple formula. If you want to be strong, hang out with devotees who are strong. Very simple formula. Right? If we want to be a doctor, we don't go to engineering school. We go to medical school. If you want to be a lawyer, you go to law school. You don't go to nursing school. You hang out with those that you want to be with. So yes. So if you want to be strong, you take shelter of those who are strong. Really committed. Really strong. Take the association and serve them. The more we serve the devotees who are Krishna conscious, we will get their mercy and become strong. If we want to be a cook, hang on with a chef, not with a rookie. We won't learn anything. Right? Same, so it applies in Krishna consciousness too. But yeah, perfect point. Want to be strong? Take shelter at the feet of the Lord, and He will send you the right person. The Lord will send you the right person, no doubt about that. Thank you. Nice point, Prabhu. Any other questions and comments? Any reflections? Any thoughts? Any takeaways? Young girls, what have you learned? Let me pick on the young girls. Our future young women. They're already women, actually. Yes, absolutely. What is your takeaway? If not, then I have to give you a test. Speak up fast. Who's hiding behind Hishika? Nice try, girl. I can see you. You know, I wear glasses, but I can see from far. Don't worry. Let it go. We are not this body. We are spirit souls. Absolutely. One thing that I had trouble, actually, a challenge, mental challenge, is, you know, when I hear women say, no, that's a Prabhuji's job. I said, huh? If we have given birth and broken 21 bones of pain, we can do that. And I remember a few months last year, you know, when we were cooking the feast, and the girls were helping me. I think it was Bhavya, Vrinda, Vishaka, you know, a few of them. And we had to carry a big pot. Those big 8-gallon pots. My back wasn't good. So I told the girls, you know, go get one of the men. And the girls said, Mom, don't underestimate us. I said, okay, Vrinda, go carry the pot. And I said, I carry my weights, whatever these kids. The girls lifted it. They lifted the pot. I said, Haribol, okay, we're not the body. I got that. Thank you for the message. But that's what I'm saying. We underestimate ourselves. As women, sometimes we underestimate ourselves. Srila Prabhupada never underestimated any women. If he can send Mother Jamuna and Guru Das Prabhu and Mother Malati and Shyamsundar Prabhu one-way ticket to London, not knowing anything, and they met George Harrison, my God, out of the blue and became a hit, we can do it. Yes, Mother. Please, Mother. Can you give the mic to Mother? Thank you.
I think this would apply to what you're speaking about. Shikshastakam, I think that if we don't hear that so much, but I think that if we study that, I'm including myself, that I need to study that because the entire philosophy is there. And just a pastime, a brief pastime, when I was in New Vrindavan, Kirtanananda Maharaj, actually after Mangal Artik, we chanted Shikshastakam every morning. So I don't hear that. I think that we should emphasize that because everything is there in those verses left by Lord Chaitanya.
Yes, it's so important, and you're right, Ma, that has been minimized.
It's been minimized, I think.
It has been minimized greatly because I know in Gita Nagari, when we were there for 21 years, every morning after Tulsi Aarti, before Japa, we had to chant the Sanskrit and the English.
Yeah.
Both. Very important.
Yeah, and I'm applying that to myself.
Me
also,
too, because I used to know it by heart. Now I just know 2 verses out of the 8. Very bad. It's so true. It's so true. And you're right, because the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the form of Lord Chaitanya, gave his instructions in 8 verses. 8 verses. If we really study the 8 verses, everything is there. The whole Bhagavatam, the whole Bhagavad Gita, the whole is all the 8 verses. Complete. It's there. We just got to study it. Thank you, Mother. And it's very important that we go back and we refer to those 8 verses powerfully. Absolutely. Thank you, Mother. Any other last-minute takeaways, thoughts? Yes, Hare Krishna. Rohin, mic to Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for wonderful points. I think they were equally applicable to Prabhu also.
Next month is Father's Day.
So one...
we'll switch the roles. How's that?
One takeaway I think was good, just to realize that all have this tendency, right, to become mentors or teachers. But I think better is first to express or show by your example first. So thank you for reminding that.
Example is better than precept. Well, what's Jit Mitra? Jit Mitra, what is that famous verse by Balabhadra Prabhu? Something.
Don't care. People don't know how much, or people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care.
Example is better than precept. Can you repeat that, Jit Mitra?
People don't care how much we know until they know how much we care.
Beautifully said. And we hear this from Balabhadra Prabhu in almost all his classes. So we can talk forever until, as they say, until the cows come home. It doesn't matter. We have to, say again, Prabhu? Yes. We got to show by example. We have to walk the talk. If we say this, we got to walk the talk. Not just say and do something different. We got to be the example. It is very easy to talk, but it's very difficult to walk the talk. It's very difficult to be an example. It's a big challenge. It's not easy. That is the reason why, in the, I call it the old days of ISKCON, they really drill us. They really drilled us. Practice, 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 practice before you go out. I know for me, in almost 30 years of my Krishna consciousness, I never gave class for 20 years. 20 years. My husband is a witness that, he can tell you. Never did. Because the training was practice, practice, practice. Believe what you're practicing. Walk the talk. Live it. Show by example. Then you can talk. Then you're qualified. Until then, don't talk. Mouth sealed. Don't talk. He was very strict. Very strict. But now, unfortunately, what happens is, after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, oh, I'm qualified to speak. I know in my days of training, we did not have the nerve or the guts to say I'm qualified. We get a slap. Right on the hand. We have to be told by our senior, we have to be told by the temple president or by the spiritual master, yes, you are qualified. We can never say I'm qualified. Never. Oh my God, in fact, I was just thinking about it the other day, about that. Somehow, I was preparing for class, and I was reading, something that came to my mind, and I could imagine my spiritual master, my husband is laughing, I could imagine my spiritual master in his red eyes saying, you dare? No, when my spiritual master gets mad, he gets mad. Krishna Angry knows. He has seen him mad. He gets mad. We didn't have the guts to say, oh, I'm qualified. Oh, I can do this. No. We have to be told by our seniors, yes, you can do this. That is, why is that so important? It prepares us for humility. Prepares us for humility. Prepares us for surrender. Really, really does. If you ask many of the proper disciples, especially the women, they hardly gave classes. 20-something years, 30 years, then they did. Then they go out on streets. My first class I gave was after 22 years. 22 years. Because I didn't have the guts to go behind the mic. No matter how much my senior god sister, Mother Rajalila, pushed me, I'm doing it. I said, no, I'm not doing it. She goes on. I said, no. 22 years I waited. Then I got inspired by my seniors, proper disciples. They gave me the empowerment. See, the thing is that we cannot say, I can preach. We have to be empowered by the seniors. We have to be empowered by someone. If I alone think that I can do it, I'll fail, flat out. If someone tells you, Anasuya, you can do it, with that comes empowerment. Because that senior has given the empowerment to you. That senior has given you the baton, as they say. You are ready for this. You can do it. This clearly shows the parampara system. How we are so dependent on the mercy of our seniors. So dependent. Very important point. Really important point. Thank you, Hare Krishna, for mentioning that. Yeah, amazing point. Any other? Yes, Mamina. Rohin, where's Rohin, the mic guy? I like your kurta, by the way. Krishna color. Sorry, I had to throw that out.
Hare Krishna, Mataji Dandot Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. Lot of things you taught us today.
Prabhupada, everything from Prabhupada, believe me. I like to copy paste from Prabhupada. It's very easy, it's very safe.
But you were the source that we saw and we heard. I was saying something, yeah. When you were saying, like, it takes a village to raise a child, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone here from bottom of my heart to see deep. Yes.
Rival Deep?
So his journey is giving me inspiration. And it is because of all of you. Because of all of you. It's not my alone's job.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy for that.
It takes a village to raise a child. It really does. And I can completely testify to it. And I think all the kids here are used to me. Right, Deep? Yeah. He's like, got it, mother. Used to me. Because it takes a village to raise a child. And I can speak from my experience even with both my girls, born and raised in Gitanagari. It took the village to raise a child. My spiritual master used to say, and I hope we come to that level, he used to always tell us, we should raise our children in a village mood, in such a way where when new people come, they won't know who is the mother of the child. Think about that. It's powerful. That is called community building. That is called raising. It takes a village to raise a child. And I have seen it happen in my life. That I've had situations, where there were kids and somebody thought that I was the mother when I'm not the mother, but that shows unity in diversity. We have to get to that stage where when someone walks in and they'll say, oh, Vishaka's father might be Hare Krishna. Of course, we know that's not because she's a clone of her dad, but, it has to come to that stage. When someone says that, then we know we are a community. It takes work because we have to allow others to raise our child. And the reason that these kids are used to my shoutings and scoldings and love and everything is because we spend time with them. We get to know them. We be their friend. It's so important for us to have both the simplicity and the strength. We be simple, but we be strong. We be friendly, but we be firm. We have to have both. Not all friendly and all firm. 50-50. So that the child will see, okay, dad is serious. Okay, mom is serious. You know? And when the kids see that, then they know, okay, I can go to this mother and she will hug me. Or I can go to that mother and I'll be fine. Like they'll feel so inclined to go to any of the women. That is community building. And that goes back to the first principle of Srila Prabhupada's mission. I don't know it verbatim. I'll kind of give the pieces of it, is to preach, to teach and educate humanity at large. The society at large, peace and happiness, so that we can all live in unity. Train and educate. Very important. It does take a village to raise a child, and especially in America, because we don't have, aunties and uncles and grandma and grandmas, and like back home, it's all shout and they come, right? Now it's like, America, unfortunately, is meant to separate families. It's so big. It's not meant to bring families together. So if we do not have family members, then we have to lean on others. And I can say both my kids were raised by many women in Gitanagari from birth. Many. That is the whole idea. And they are used to taking chastisement. They are used to taking, scoldings from another mother. They are used to, taking correction from another mother. Because why? That's a relationship. I can't go up and tell another child who just walked in, whatever. They won't listen. Like, who are you, woman? You have to have a relationship. Then they will listen to you. And Deep has fitted in so nicely. So he's used to me telling him good things and smacking him. Right? Yeah, thumbs up, buddy. Any other last comments? Yes, Krishnangri. Kripa Moya, sorry.
Either way. Waiting for the volume.
Yeah.
So, in the spirit of Mother's Day and on the topic of community building and family, I just want to make it aware that my wife's mother and family are here visiting.
Nice to see you.
I think they're okay at this point.
They flew in from Malaysia.
Yeah, so her mother is here, her sister, and brother-in-law are all here.
They are actually, support and care.
From us also.
Absolutely. I think I talk to him more than he talks to his mother. More than calls his own mother. And I thought him more than his mother calls him. But it's used to it. And so soon he'll come to our house. Thank you, Jitmitra, for allowing me to help. That's one thing I take very seriously, is if someone comes to me and asks for help and guidance, I take it very seriously, because that is my service to their spiritual master. I take it very, very seriously. And even if it's I we have to correct ourselves. Because the spiritual master has given his son. So I have to help him. If I feel that I have disappointed the spiritual master. Any last comments? Again, happy Mother's Day. I will tell you there's a wonderful feast down there. But let's do Aarti first. Control the hunger for half an hour. Yeah? We'll do dance gym. How's that? During Aarti, and then we can really have a good feast. That's a really wonderful feast, seriously. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. You want me to sing or you can sing? Okay, go ahead.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyata Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Simhadev. Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Mayapura Chandra Gauranitai. Jaya Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parikvacharya Stotra Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parikvacharya Stotra Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Kiri Govardhan ki jai Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai Shri Mayapur Dham ki jai Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai Ganga Mai ki jai Yamuna Mai ki jai Tulsi Devi ki jai Bhakti Devi ki jai Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki Samavita Bhakta Vrinda ki Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Sit with me. Come here. It takes a village. It takes a village. Go ahead. Start. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad
Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanu Bringaham Keshavadrita Narahari Rupaha Jai Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaina Shringhadev. Jayuna Shringhadev, Jayuna Shringhadev, Nashringhadev, Jayuna Shringhadev. Jayuna Shringhadev, Jayuna Shringhadev, Nashringhadev, Jayuna Shringhadev. Jaya Bhakta Pralad, Jaya Bhakta Pralad, Jaya Bhakta Pralad, Jaya Bhakta Pralad. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Nittai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. She did a twist on me. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Had a good workout? Haribol. I want to welcome the devotees for Mother's Day program. It's one of our special programs in this temple. We've done this for a few times over the few years. The mothers look forward to it more. And then I get a guilt trip by the fathers. And they tell me when it's my turn. I say, wait for 1 month more, and then we'll definitely honor all of you, I promise. And if I do, then they come and, put me at gunpoint. Haribol. Want to welcome the devotees to our Mother's Day program. Welcome to all the mothers again. Happy Mother's Day. And Haribol. I want to welcome our devotees. First again, want to welcome Rati and her mom, Gopika Gati Mataji, and your husband, Rasaparna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Haribol. They just flew in, as we said, from Malaysia 2 days ago, my hometown. It's a long flight. I think including layovers, like 24 hours? 26. It's long, further than India, let me tell you. It's not fun. We do most of the time sleeping on the plane, pretty much. So yeah, thank you for joining us. Any first-timers here for the first time? I'm trying to make sure that, yes, your name, Prabhu? Madhura Mohan, Hare Krishna, Haribo. Are you driving by, passing by? I can tell by your name. ISKCON Tucson, Hare Krishna. Welcome, Prabhu. We're happy that you're here. Really happy you're here. Wonderful. Few announcements that's coming up. I want to really compliment the youth. And I also want to say that we have a new chef in our temple, Pranav Havre. Prasad and Varsha Prabhus, you did a very nice job with your son. He cooks and he cuts perfect. We always say that before you learn cooking, you learn to cut first. Please. Feels good, right? Feels good. I told him not to ask you. I said, let's have a separate chat. They did wonderful, wonderful. And I really want to say that when I was helping the boys downstairs, I was very touched, very inspired, you know, how these boys can really cut vegetables. In ISKCON, when you get into the kitchen, first they teach you how to cut vegetables. Then they teach you how to cook. It's not the other way around. So that's why it's very important that we train our men to learn how to cut vegetables also. Let's add it to the list. How to cut properly, you know, and how to cook properly. Then they can make very good. Prabhupada says, we want gentlemen and gentlewomen. That's what Sri Prabhupada said, first class. So thank you. So you guys are going to be in for a surprise. Like I said, this youth really outbeat us. They did a wonderful feast. Tungvidya saw the offering to the Lord, so she knows. It was superb, right? So when you go down, please really thank the youth. You know, appreciate them. Appreciate them. Amazing. And another twist is now the fathers have to serve the prasadam. How's that? You got some people against you on this side. Okay. So the fathers, please, not now. Please do line up and serve prasadam so that the mothers can sit down. And I want to say one more thing. And I want to add another twist. I'm very good in adding twists, unfortunately. Hare Krishna knows me that by now. Is just for today, I want to make an exception for Ram Babu. If Ram Babu can sit down with the mothers and let us serve Ram Babu. Really. For a change, I personally would like to see him sitting down and having prasadam. Me too. Oh, I see. Okay, that sounds good. I'm fine with that. Absolutely. But I really want to make that request. Oh, nice try. Okay, we'll talk later. How's that? But really, I think it's really sweet. So thank you to all the young people. They really, and that was a joke. I had to create a WhatsApp group for the Mother's Day and to plan the menu. And I had to work with the young people what to cook. And one of the comments that came out was from Vishaka, where she said, there's a problem in this chat. The organizer is a mother, and she's planning the Mother's Day. I said, I'm not the body. So we'll plan. I'm spirit soul, so no problem. We'll plan the menu. So it was very nice. So thank you to all the youth, really. Thank you so much. Few announcements coming up. Next Saturday is? No, thank you. Come on, let's add some spunk. Next Saturday is? We just sang Nrsimha Arati, right? Beautiful festival. Very beautiful festival. It's on a Saturday. It will be from 5 p.m. on. It's a whole day fast. So please if you're observing, please do observe the fast, and we'll have a 5 o'clock program till evening. And it's going to be a very interesting topic. The topic is how the Lord protects the child. and in the mood of it takes a village to raise the child, is how as we as the village can raise the children. That's a very important point. Sometimes, we have read this pastimes many times, we know it by heart, we can even say it in our sleep. But to understand how the Lord protected the child is a lesson to us, how we are supposed to protect the children. So we're going to talk about that next Saturday, so please, we are inviting all parents. I'm looking at the young girls, short notice. Where are my young girls? There you are. Childcare will be provided. Where's the other one? Okay, right behind me. I'm thinking, where's this laughter coming from? So, because we really want all the parents to attend with full attention. And we're extending this invitation to all parents whose kids are in Sunday school, for all the 4 classes. So please do come. We will give you childcare so that both the parents can sit and really, really understand what does it mean to protect our child, as Lord Nrsimhadev showed in his pastime, and really analyze that whole point. So please do come. And the very next day, May 15th, Youth Appreciation Day. Now this time, it's going to be the parents who's going to appreciate the youth. So which means that the parents will have to cook. These kids have, now I don't know if I'm supposed to be happy with this or am I burning out my youth? I'm very scared right now. Anyway, so it'll be the parents will cook a favorite dish of their kid. Yes, Bhavya? Sounds good, Bhavya? Awesome. If you have 2 kids, pick the prep that both your kids like. And when I say cook, you're not doing a 9x13, you're doing a whole tray. Because it takes a village to raise a child. So we need, Haribol. Okay, because it takes a village to raise a child. So if you have 2 kids, and if your kids like gulab jamuns, you gotta feed every child of your child's favorite. So please do come see me, so I can figure out what each parent can make and bring for their child. It's a very important day, so that we can definitely prepare for Youth Appreciation Day. So please do mark your calendars for that. Please don't cop out, because it's the day after Saturday. We need the kids to feel appreciated on that day. Really, really so much. May 28th is Baltimore Rath Yatra. I humbly request devotees to please go out and support them. It's so important. So they support us, we support us, the whole teamship. They are like within 2-3 hours sister temples, so please do support them and do attend their Baltimore Rath Yatra. June 11th is New York Rath Yatra. I don't have very good news, unfortunately, because I thought I could get a coach bus rental, but it's because of the Kali Yuga, because of the gas prices going up, they're charging too much per person. So my humble request to the devotees is whoever is going to New York Rath Yatra, if you can extend some space in your van to go and come back with them, that would be great, because the bus rental is not worth it. I mean, it's definitely much cheaper than going with devotees in their van and coming back. So if any of you are going, please do make space in your van if others would like to come, so that we can share that together, as opposed to renting the coach bus. It's pretty steep because of the gas prices. June 25th, 11 plus 14 is 25. Thank you. June 25th, Snana Yatra in our temple. So we will have Snana Yatra on June 20, wait, that's a Saturday. No, June 26, sorry, that's a Sunday. June 26 is Snana Yatra, 2 weeks before our Rath Yatra. And July 9th is our Rath Yatra. We are 2 months away, so we have a lot of catching up to do. I have given out services. I still got quite a bit to do. Right now, we have the Rath Yatra cards almost ready. Whoever is going for Baltimore Rath Yatra, please do, in about a week or so, I'm hoping, please do see Hare Krishna Prabhu to get the temple cards. so we can distribute it to the devotees and invite them to come to our Rath Yatra. We have few things confirmed. Like we said, we got the card confirmed, we got the deities confirmed. We just got the deities confirmed a few days ago. So Maheshwar Prabhu is going to bring the deities. So we have the prasadam confirmed. We just need bodies and Lakshmi Devi. We need the bodies. It comes in pairs, you know. Bodies and Lakshmi Devi. You can't live one without the other. We're in Kali Yuga. So in order to make the Rath Yatra really welcome for all the devotees after 2 years, it takes Lakshmi Devi to make it happen. If you're able to give any kind donation towards Rath Yatra, please do come see myself or Hare Krishna so that we can start planning the Rath Yatra. The theme that I would like us to start having in our minds for the next 2 months is Lord Jagannath is coming. No, come on. Thank you. Lord Jagannath is coming after 2 years. So Lord Jagannath is coming, and when Lord Jagannath comes, he brings his entourage. And when his entourage comes, Prabhupada is always there. So please do come see us. We have a lot of services, like we're just 2 months away, a lot of services to take care of. And this time our focus is we want to engage the youth a lot in services. We need a lot of help. So we're going to plug all the youth background stage service as opposed to frontline service. So please do come see us. If you have any questions about public relations and media, please go see Mathura. She's the PR, Krishna Angri. I had that giggle. Mathura is going to be the PR person, so please, see her with anything related with, media, advertisement, TV stations, so on and so forth. Please do see her. I'm glad Krishna sent her because I could not do it without her. I am completely, so that's really good that she has that service. So you'll be hearing from me more in the next few days. I'm hoping by this week so I can get some services out. Until then, please do see the deities. If you have any questions, yes, Prasad Prabhu.
Jubilee Day on 16th.
Thank you. June 16th is Jubilee Day. Jubilee Day, believe it or not, is the longest and the oldest street fair in America. We haven't heard it because we take Pennsylvania for granted. But it's actually the longest and the oldest street fair. It goes from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Believe it or not, people all over the country come to Pennsylvania for this. But because we live in Pennsylvania, we think, what the heck. But outside people appreciate Pennsylvania State more than we like our city. So our book team is having a table on Jubilee Day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. We really need a lot of help that day. If you can give few hours to support the book team in distributing books, please do see Swarna, because this time it's going to be on Swarna Gauranga Prabhu and Nishit, West Nishit. Back there, please do see and Prasad Prabhu. Right? You'll be here too, okay. So please do see one of them to really commit yourself because they really need a lot of support on Jubilee. It's on a Thursday. I know it's a working day, but like I like to say, use your paid time off in Krishna service. Wonderful time to use it for Krishna service. Please do see them and we can really have a nice Jubilee Day for the devotees. Until then, please do see the deities. Go and have a good time for the prasadam. Matajis, you can sit. You can line, the Prabhus are going to serve you all. Enjoy this day. You have about 5.5 hours left for the day before it ends. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki.